school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge. And we looked into his background. And so we found, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.sexy LLC.
That was on live TV. I'm so sorry, folks, but that just took the cake. I didn't even plan on broadcasting today. We're going to go for a long ride, take off early, take the day off, and then always review. I'm done. I am done. That is, oh my gosh. Can we just listen to that one more time?
This is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge with another unfortunate name, Tesla.sexy LLC, which he established in 2021. He would have been around.
Sexy.tesla.llc. Oh, that is freaking comedy gold. AC/DC is ringing in my head right now. This is the news cycle. They've lost it. They have nothing else to provide. Nothing. And they have these young men, women working for Doge that have them spinning. This is the best moment in history, and it's only getting better. It's a story I'll bring you here when I can stop laughing in just 1 minute. Okay, we're back. I can't stop laughing because it's trending. Big Balls is trending. This is monumental. This is what it was meant to be. I mean, you would think the Republicans, with all they're doing and as serious it is what they're doing, they're freaking still having fun. Because this is fun to watch. It just is. Musk's commando staff include guys who are 21, 23, 24, 25. One is 19 years old. His title job is expert. When you were 19, what were you an expert at? Well, Michael Dell comes in and says, well, I started a little company when I was 19. It's worked out pretty well so far. It's continuing to grow in popularity because the world really does just want to have fun, right? Come on. Of course, we need to be secure. We need to get our money back. But you got to have some fun at this because watching I could cover all day long the left melting down. But frankly, I just don't care about the left. Maxine Waters outside the Department of Education. Give me a break. Come on. What do you expect? They have nothing else to do. They can't keep up with the algorithm. It's too fast. It's too programmed, and they are getting demolished. But when asked about the staffer, by the way, who did get fired for an unfortunate social media post, here's Trump in the press room.
Part of this Doge cost-cutting effort, one of the Doge engineers was fired for some inappropriate posts. The vice president says, bring him back. What do you say?
I don't know about the particular thing, but if the vice president said that, did you say that? I'm with the vice president.
And that is how you support one another. I'm not sure about the specifics, but Vance, did you state that? Yes, I did. I'm with the vice president. It's that easy. It has to be that seamless. He backs his people. Trust me, if he made a bad decision, he'll remember it. So, Elon Musk coming back out, he will be brought back. To err is human, to forgive divine. Good. Pretty easy. Somebody else has something to say about this J.D. Vance post at the end, and then data now spinning out, by the way, in a more serious tone, even though I'm going to break this with, it's the weekend, folks. I want you to have fun. And thankfully, there's been plenty of opportunities to have fun in today's news cycle. But anyway, J.D. Vance gets a comment on this post down below, and I'll read it to you. And to realize how ridiculously moronic the statement is beyond, well, why not? We just had mainstream media reporters painfully having to report on something that they never wanted to say. But I guess they hit it all, didn't they? And Trump is finding it one by one by one. No one had expected it to go this far, not in a million years, but the dam now, it's finally broke. It's all coming out. But Elon Musk gives you another hint. that if you think this is the biggest thing in history, you just wait, because they're not there yet. And that's a story we're going to continue to cover. Now, I need to ask you a huge favor, if you wouldn't mind. You know that Lisa and I work day and night. Obviously, today was to be our long-haul bike ride, but, we're going to hold for a minute because I just love bringing you news. I love what we do here, and you guys have subscribed to memberships, have grown exponentially on this platform. The subscriber base has grown exponentially because, like Trump's government, you just want common sense. And I give it to you referenced and researched all day, every day, and you're the only ones who fund me. There's no sponsors or advertisers. It's by design. I haven't found the right fit yet, someone who actually stands for the American people. If I do, we'll have a discussion. But if you want to support me, as I said, membership platform here, so many of you that have joined recently, thank you so much. You don't understand how much it helps, and I can't go to thank you enough for that. If you want more news from Lisa and I, again, restrictedrepublic.com. We talk about it every day because we did that out of our own pockets. We had nobody build it for us. No, this was our funding only. And then you supported us for taking that chance for you. And I thank you for that. So if you haven't been to Restricted Republic yet, I hope you get over there today. You join, be as a member of our family, get all the exclusive content, plus all these videos with all the interruptions, commercials, everything else in them removed. Just pure, stone cold, hard facts. And that family over there is growing rapidly because you got your one source for all the news you need. You always got your favorites. I understand that, but I can limit the amount of notifications you get exponentially because we research day and night, and sometimes we get to have a laugh like today. So thank you so much for all you've done. But now let's get back to this broadcast.
Charger. It's more than just plunking a small device into the ground. There's utility work, and this is also really a new category of federal investment. But we've been working with each of the 50 states. Every one of them is getting formula dollars to do this work, engaging them in the first handful. Again, by 2030, 500,000 chargers.
Pete Buttigieg getting laughed at on Face the Nation about those electric vehicle charging stations, of which they were to build hundreds, and they built 7 with $5 billion in funding, and now Trump has suspended it. No stone left unturned. Somebody's doing the work for them. They're finding everything. And no matter what the states attempt to do, and they will continue to attempt to do it, Newsom signs $50 billion to fight Trump after he just asked for aid to help on the fire. So you don't think there's going to be a counter reaction from Trump on that? Come on, Newsom. Come on, buddy. You can't beg and crawl and then do this the day after. This is how I just can't stand Gavin Newsom. I hope he never makes it to federal government. He writes a letter saying, hey, just want to let you know none of this money is going towards legal service programs for illegal immigrants. I promise you. But if you read the text of the bill, it's nowhere listed in there that he won't be spending the money towards those programs to fight Trump. But go ahead. Continue to fight the man, please. Because a lot of people are giving up. Finally, remember the reports about the buyout program. It was 20,000 have only accepted it. It's a failure. Well, then soon enough it was 40,000. And then a day later it was 65,000. So sure it didn't work, or did it just take a little time to get some traction? I love watching all their arguments fall apart. But see, Trump's doing many things. Downsizing government, making it more efficiency. And if I'm going to read something for you from Elon Musk, where he outlined exactly what they're doing. This was many, many years ago. It's actually very good methodology. The algorithm, single quotes, is a little bit different than most think. Yes, there's now technology behind it, but the concept is very simple for running a business. And the U.S. government became a business, an overblown business. It's a corporation of the United States of America, many call it. You notice how I haven't used that word yet, right? I won't. That word democracy, because it's the great republic of the United States of America that is being brought to the form it was meant to be. Small government. A slow government is a good government. Right now we need to move rapid fire to get rid of everything. Establishment of the White House Faith Office. For all of you that complained about USA, well, they can't fund the missionary programs anymore. They can't fund this. They can't fund that. I mean, I guess the separation of church and state fell on a different interpretation. Well, there you go. Trump answered everything you were looking for, didn't he? He came back. Oops, I got too many things going on here. Sorry about that. The executive branch wants faith-based entities, community organizations, and houses of worship to the fullest extent permitted by the law, the Constitution of the United States of America, to be permitted to compete on a level playing field for grants, contracts, programs, and other federal funding opportunities. So rather than the blank check that we weren't able to track or audit, well, until Doge came in, he's given the opportunity. So there you go. You can quit yelling at him now. Because USAID was like a child with a credit card. Just give your child your black card. Go ahead, if you got one. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And just letting him run through the mall. And then expecting him not to wasteful spend. Seriously, that's what USAID was doing, and it's downsized now. But he's not only going after downsizing government, reestablishing faith, reestablishing God into our country. He's going after arts and culture, and you're going to see a lot more about this. A lot of people won't talk about it because it's not sexy. It's actually really sexy, because without art and culture, you have no foundation, you have no identity. They removed all the statues, remember that? They wanted history gone, abolished, because they wanted to remove the identity of the great Republic of the United States of America. Donald J. Trump is committed to reestablish that. So what are we going to do? He goes into Kennedy Center. Doesn't like something he sees. I've decided to immediately terminate multiple individuals from the Board of Trustees. And who does he appoint as chairman? Donald J. Trump. Part of his vision for a golden age in arts and culture, and I cannot tell you how important that is. That brings back our national identity to the form that we voted in to be president. Don't want to downplay that one. But he didn't stop, of course, just here at home. Now, did he? No, he went internationally. He went to The Hague. Picture of The Hague. Somebody should update that building. It's getting a little bit old. Imposing sanctions on the International Criminal Court. He comes to defense of Netanyahu, who right now can't even travel to most EU countries, because if he did, he'd be arrested by The Hague. So Trump throws it down. Abused its power by issuing baseless arrest warrants targeting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former Minister of Defense. And now we're going to take a look at you a little bit deeper. Ooh, this man's just sending chills across the globe right now. But I talked about this yesterday, and the video did phenomenal. Thank you. Or the day before. It's hard to remember. A lot of broadcasts lately. A lot of material. But this algorithm, how's it working? How's it finding everything? How's it saying so far ahead of the Democrats? Why are they going absolutely crazy? Because they can't keep up. Elon Musk algorithm, a 5-step process to dramatically improve on nearly anything, is both simple and brilliant. And it is. But it's easy. So what is his algorithm for life? Question every requirement. Not just accept the norm, not just accept the standard. Question every requirement. Number 2, delete any part of the process you can. Simplify. Isn't that what he's doing right now, isn't he? Identifying every requirement. Simplify and optimize by downsizing. Bringing it back to its roots of what it was meant to be. Accelerate cycle time. Make it work quicker by downsizing. And how does that work? Well, all those layers take a long time to get through. And you can't really track them, you can't really audit them. So Elon Musk is fixing that. Pretty basic. And what's his number 5 principle? Automate. Well, he certainly automated now, didn't he? Because the automation, the algorithm, the AI is finding everything this government has done to steal from us. And everyone's freaking out. This on The Atlantic. The government's computing experts say they are terrified. Of what? Elon Musk taking over the United States of America? Come on, folks. No, of what he's finding and what he's going to find, and he's only just begun. He gives a big indication to you of that because they've hacked the government. They found the wasteful spending. They're reporting it to the man in charge, and he's acting. And no matter what the states do to attempt to stop it or slow it down, it ain't going to work because we, the people, love what's happening. Love what's happening. And they're giving away all their cards. How USAID got to the top of the Doge list is that Trump decided to pause foreign aid for 90 days. You remember when he did that. Reasonable enough, a couple days later, the White House said the USAID leadership was trying to circumvent the executive order. That alerted Doge to exactly where to look, and they're doing it department after department. They're not stopping, and so they have their letters taken down. That's a beautiful thing. Before and after, it's no longer USAID. Well, not in that form, and not in that building, because who has moved in? Actually, let's go back over here. Is now occupied by, yeah, that's right, Customs and Border Protection. It's brilliant what they're doing. But he wasn't done. Oh no. Where did Elon Musk go next? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau on Friday. Knock, knock. And again, they can't keep up. Doge is there. They don't just work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. No, they work all weekend, all night. And these employees aren't used to that. What? It's 3 o'clock. I still have to... Are you serious? I have to stay here? What would they be doing? And what happens? The staff is mad as hell. I bet you are. Politico, of course, reporting on it. Elon Musk has already descended on his next target. If you were wording it on a nonpartisan basis, you would say his next opportunity. Not target, but that's okay. I mean, we know why you're so sore and so upset now, aren't you? But why do you think this was looked at? Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and Justice Department issued joint statement cautioning that financial institutions may not use immigration status to illegally discriminate against credit applications. A government-run agency put down a rule, let's call it, that stated even if you were here illegally, no one should not give you a loan backed by, oh, you got it. I wonder why they were on the list. And there is much more to come. So Elon Musk puts out a simple post, CFPB RIP, because he already knows what the blueprint is. And so domestic leaders, they go crazy. But it's more fun to watch the ultimate of people going crazy, Gordon Brown being one. I'll tell you who he is in a second. His opinion piece in The Guardian, the protectors of democracy. Be clear about what Trump and Musk's aid acts will do. People will face terror and starve. Many will die. Gordon seems to have an axe to grind, doesn't he? Well, what is Gordon in charge of? He's now the United Nations Special Envoy for Global Education and the World Health Organization's Ambassador for Global Health. And USAID just cut $21.4 billion from those organizations. Be careful what you read. Remember who's writing it. And then you'll find the agenda. It's always there, isn't it? But with all of this will come repercussions, of course. We know that. And Trump is assuring that we can, as our Constitution calls for, protect ourselves. The right to bear arms, pretty simple concept that the Democrats have convoluted for years, destroyed for years. And he puts out this new executive order and reverses everything Biden did and calls for investigations. All presidential and agency actions from January 2021 through January 25 for the purport to promote safety, but have impinged on the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens, the Attorney General shall review. Oh, Pam Bondi's got a big job. Don't expect her to get much sleep for 4 years. She's got a lot to unravel, and that staff will have to become larger. And he goes on and on. It's such a beautiful thing to see, because Biden, what did he do? Within 30 days, issue a proposed rule to help stop the proliferation of ghost guns. Shut down guns, red flag legislation, so on and so forth. The administration is investigating an evidence-based community violence intervention, anything they could, well, to stop your fundamental constitutional right. One of his final orders, to increase background checks by cracking down on gun sellers who don't perform them when required. Remember all those rules? Well, Trump just reversed them. Hallelujah. Some things big, some things that just annoyed the hell out of me, to be honest. I hate paper straws. I despise paper straws. I deplore paper straws. And Trump says, I will be signing an executive order next week ending the ridiculous Biden push for paper straws, which don't work, and they don't. Back to plastic. Isn't this magnificent? Isn't this all magnificent? This is going to be such a beautiful weekend. Trump doesn't forget anything. He hasn't missed anything, and he hasn't forgot this person either. Colleen Shogan, Biden pick for U.S. archivist, caught up in controversy over missing presidential documents that affected Mar-a-Lago in the investigation. Well, bye-bye. She gone. Trump axed her. Thank goodness. But he knows there'll be repercussions, so he's protecting against that. And then he did the most monumental thing of all. But, what was it, 3 years ago, I think? Let's see. 2021, sorry. Yeah, 3 years ago. 4 years ago. You know, Biden decided that Trump was acting erratic. So he stopped him from getting intelligence briefings. Well, fast forward. And now Joe Biden no longer has access to classified information, and immediately revoking his security clearances. Ooh, wow. And stopping his daily intelligence briefing. So Biden, or as Trump stated, Joe, you're fired. Make America great again. Told you, I was hoping this broadcast will put a smile on your face. But it's not done yet.
Have you directed Elon Musk to review Pentagon spending, given it's the biggest discretionary spending
Yes,
in
I
the
have
federal
Pentagon,
budget?
education, just about everything. We're going to go through everything, just as it was so bad with what we just went through with this horrible situation we just went through. And I guess 97% of the people have been dismissed. It was very, very unfortunate. You're not going to find anything like that, but you're going to find a lot. And I've instructed him to go check out education, to check out the Pentagon, which is the military. And, sadly, you'll find some things that are pretty bad. But
wait, that's the audit the Pentagon can never pass. Well, now Trump has tasked Elon Musk to go look into it. But that's not all he did. No, you remember the Department of Defense that couldn't complete a single audit or pass a single audit. One of the biggest spenders of all time. Well, now Elon Musk is being backed by Pete Hegseth, who makes the commitment that within 4 years, the Pentagon will pass a clean audit. And wait till you see how many bodies are buried in that disaster. So as the left goes crazy over Elon Musk, the right has a slightly different reaction.
You know what? It's Friday. And you people still don't get it. You don't get it. I voted for Donald Trump. Black Trump supporter. Voted for Donald Trump to do what he's doing. Did you expect Donald Trump to do this? Not all this. Oh, it feels so good. That's how I feel.
I freaking love that. That is how we feel. It's glorious, isn't it? It's freaking amazing. The Time magazine and all the likes will try to chop it down, claim that Elon Musk is president in their new cover. And when Trump's asked about it, he says, no, Time magazine's still in business. I didn't even know that, because nobody cares anymore. We care about change. We care about stopping things like this. This is what the current or prior administration did to manipulate numbers. Look at that. Second biggest negative payroll revision on record accidentally takes place in election year. Why suddenly did they have to change the numbers? Why did they have to go through this and say, these are new jobs, by the way? 2022, we had 441,000 new jobs. Now you had 380,000. 2023, we had 231,000 new jobs. Now you had 217. 2024, we had 186,000 new jobs. Now you have 166. But the problem is, those didn't go to, well, many of us, right? Because there's a gap that's now identified. January 2025, change in employment by origin. Foreign-born workers, well, they're the ones who got the jobs. Native-born workers, not so much. And this is why things needed to radically change. It's a pretty simple chart, right? Can't run from facts? Can you ever run from facts? So since 2019, there is the increase in foreign-born worker jobs and the decrease in native-born worker jobs. Pretty easy chart to follow. And if you just look, well, let's just go. Since 2013, let's just draw a baseline here, shall we? To today, the green line is native-born workers. Nothing has improved. That is a problem. Trump started to bring it up right about here. COVID hits, destroys it, and it never recovers above the baseline. And that is what Trump and his administration is here to fix. But it's not all yet, is it? No, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, Pete Hegseth have a lot of work to do, and they have to deal with stuff like, are you going to tell him, one of the Doge team, to apologize for saying normalize Indian hate, this young kid who we've all put stupid stuff on social media? And J.D. Vance's response is epic. I obviously disagree with what he posted, but I don't think stupid social media activity should ruin a kid's life, because his job isn't there to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. His job isn't to promote culture or normalcy. His job is to find data. To find data. Plain and simple. And it's why Trump said, is that your decision? Yes, it is. Okay, I support your decision. So I say bring him back. And Elon Musk confirms. The man who put this up, as we wrap up just 24 hours of changes, it's amazing, isn't it? The USAID corruption story is the worst government corruption story ever. Wrong. It's the worst government corruption story so far. And what does Elon Musk state? Right on target. It's only just begun, and I have the pleasure to bring it to you. And I have the pleasure of having you all support us here. And for that, I'll never stop saying thank you. And I hope I brought a smile to your face today to go into this weekend on an absolutely amazing note. I love you all. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justus Knight, signing out.